Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the season opener for the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, powered by iRacing Performance. Tonight for the season opener, these Super Late Models will be taking on Langley Speedway for 125 laps of racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atlee @Manlease, and I'm excited to call all the racing action. A little bit of a recap on what happened last season. That was a few months ago. Aaron Johnson was your Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series champion. He had 3 wins and an average finish of 4th, and he ended up finishing with 437 points. 10 points behind him, and second in the standings was Corey Bigley. Third was Rick Rube. Fourth was AJ Rogers, and rounding out your top 5 in the standings last season was Josh Oswald. But forget about all that. We now have a clean slate as our new season is beginning, and that means anybody has a chance to win the championship. Got a lot of old faces and new faces running in tonight's event. All of them looking to be crowned champion at the end of the season. Of course, we have to thank iRacing Performance for all of their support of this league. As you know, they are the title sponsor of the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. iRacing Performance offers setup building for individuals, leagues, and custom fixed setup. And they also offer driver development and data acquisition. If you want more information on iRacing for Performance, you can check out their Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok at Shockeye12Racing for more information. So thank you to iRacing Performance for all of their support of the league. We're also going to talk a little bit about how I want to announce that Intensity Broadcasting is proud to be partnered with Butt Kicker. So we'll get a graphic on your screen. There we go. Butt Kicker is an established and trusted leader in haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker brand haptic transducers let users feel low-frequency sounds. Butt Kicker brand products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers worldwide. Butt Kicker products' patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. The Gamer Plus is the new and upgraded sim racing and gaming haptic hardware that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. To check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which one is right for you, visit their website, thebuttkicker.com. Again, visit their website, thebuttkicker.com for more information. And I want to thank Butt Kicker. They actually sent me out one of their Butt Kicker Gamer Pluses, and let me tell you, that has been incredible. I use it for all of my official races, all of my league races, and with that Butt Kicker, it is probably the closest it's ever felt on iRacing to feeling like real life. I race in real life. I actually race at Langley Speedway in real life, and with that Butt Kicker, that is the closest now it's ever felt in iRacing to, feeling like real life, driving in a real life race car. So I definitely, if you're thinking about getting something to better improve your iRacing experience, make it be more accurate, make it feel more realistic, and then I definitely would say go check out Butt Kicker and pick one up for yourself. So again, thank you to Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. Qualifying is underway here at Langley Speedway. Drivers will get 2 laps to try to set their best possible lap time. There is 2-time champion Josh Oswald on track right now. Eric Tracy heading through 3 and 4, getting ready to begin his first lap. There's Brandon Meyer in the 33, heading through turns 1 and 2. And Daniel Pope the second to the top of the board with a 15.10. Pope won yesterday in the Hit and Run Modified Series which was also at Langley. Second place is Josh Oswald. He ran a 15.29. That will put Josh about 0.2 off of first place Daniel Pope. Got Mike Hasty heading through turns 1 and 2 right now. We see Brandon Meyer. He sits in third with a 15.32. That'll put Brandon about 0.2 off of first place Daniel Pope. We see Shannon Wilder getting a little bit squirrely off of 4 there. And that will hurt his second lap immensely. It was about 0.2 off of his best just because he got super loose there off the corner. Looks like Kyle Martinson is around in 3 and 4. Looks like luckily he did not cross the start, or looks like he did. So that just destroyed Martinson's qualifying run there. Got Logan Sturgeon on track right now in the number 26 machine. Oh, he gets loose as he crosses the start-finish line, hitting the red gate. And that will hurt his qualifying run. So right now, it's looking like Daniel Pope II will be starting on the pole here. Still have a few other big names that need to qualify. Jason Warren, Aaron Ward, last season's champion Aaron Johnson, Kyle Martinson, Charlie Gates. All of them still need to turn a lap. Now, in history, in previous Thunderstruck history, Langley has hosted 4 Thunderstruck races across the Modified and Super Late Model Series, and the winners of those races, Cody Pennell won in Season 4 in the Super Late Model Series. Cody is not in the race tonight, so he can't get a second Langley win. Then in Season 5, Kyle Martinson won in the Super Late Model Series. Martinson is in the race tonight, so looking to try to get another Langley win. We saw Josh Oswald won in Season 3 in his Modified. He right now sits in second on the board. And then Jason Warren won in Season 4 of the Modified Series. Warren is also in tonight's event. And then, of course, Daniel Pope won last night in the Hit and Run Modified Series. So looking to try to do the week sweep for both Thunderstruck series. So we see Aaron Johnson, last season's champion, is to third, 15.31. That will put him about 0.2 off of first place Daniel Pope. We see, unfortunately, he gets loose as he crosses the line, completing his second lap. So I believe time has run out for anybody else to qualify, which means that Daniel Pope will start on the pole for tonight's event here at Langley for the Tidewater 50. That's right, 50 miles of racing action here tonight. This should be a fun one. I definitely think that tonight Daniel Pope is going to be extremely hard to beat. I mean, he won last night, was very, very fast in practice, qualified on the pole, is 0.2 faster than the next car. We just got to hope that Pope is going to be able to manage his tires, as you cannot come in and change sets throughout the race. And looks like we are going to have a heat race, but it's only going to be one driver, and that is Aaron Ward in the 99. So typically what these heat races are meant to do is if we have more than 20 drivers, the top 5 will advance from the heat race, and then 6th on back will not be able to participate in the feature for a total of 20 cars. But we only have 16 drivers tonight, which means that there will only be one driver in this heat race, and that will be Aaron Ward. There's a little bit of an advantage, though, for that 99. Aaron will get a little bit of extra practice time. 20 laps of extra practice time at that. 20 laps more than some of the other drivers. So, a little bit of an advantage for Aaron Ward here, starting in this heat race. There we go. Lights on the pace car off. He will be pulling in this time by... It'll pretty much just be 20 laps of Aaron Ward turning laps, getting some practice time. And luckily there's nothing to lose because Aaron Ward will automatically still run in the feature. So this is a win-win situation for Aaron Ward here in this heat race. Pace car is in and green flag is out here for the heat race. Aaron Ward is taking off. And he's going to continue to try to improve his lap times, get better throughout the run. While we have this going on, while there's a little bit of a break in the action, was pulling one of our drivers. Let's talk to... Oh, looks like a caution flag is out. No wreck has happened. Oh, no, there was a wreck. Maybe, I'm not sure. But the caution flag is out. I don't know if race control is going to end the heat race to just begin the actual feature. They're going to continue to let Aaron Ward turn laps here. We continue to pace here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Little bit of information on our track tonight. There we see the pace car is pulling in. Langley Speedway is among the most historic and busiest racetracks in America, immediately across from NASA's Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia. The relatively flat 0.396-mile asphalt oval has been the launching pad for many NASCAR careers, including Denny Hamlin and Elliott Sadler, and was the site of 9 NASCAR races won by Ned Jarrett, Bobby Isaac, Bobby Allison, David Pearson, and of course Richard Petty. Langley's heritage dates to the 1940s when the property was the site of an 8/10 mile dirt horse track known as the Dude Ranch. The track owners occasionally promoted auto races at the track, and by the 1950s, they realized the auto races attracted bigger crowds than the horse races. They shortened the track to its current length and eventually sold the facility to Harry Kilch in 1963. Kilch immediately set about making improvements to the rough and tumble track and hosted NASCAR events between 1964 and 1970. Langley was paved in 1968 and 2 years later hosted the final Grand National race before the series was renamed the Winston Cup. Today, under the ownership of former racer area businessman Bill Mullis, Langley Speedway hosts a variety of NASCAR-sanctioned series. The track currently hosts 11 divisions, which alternate running during their Saturday night program. Those divisions include late models, grand stocks, modifieds, legend cars, super streets, U-cars, Pro 6, super trucks, HRKC pro-winged champ karts, and enduros, and also bandoleros. And fun fact, I actually race at Langley Speedway in real life in a bandolero. And I'm actually going to be racing next Saturday, October 1st, for the bandolero season finale at Langley. I've been coming to this track since I was little. This is one of my favorite short tracks I've ever been to. And in the past 2 years, I've been to a ton of short tracks. It's like home. It's my home away from home. So I'm so glad I get to announce this race tonight here at Langley Speedway, a track that I know so much about, have been to so many times. This should be a fun race. Late models, super late models, modifieds, always fun to watch here. Langley Speedway in real life is having a very, very big event on October 1st with modified drivers coming from all across the country. That is going to be a must-watch event. The 3rd annual Sean Beluso Memorial 100 is going to be Saturday, October 1st. You can watch it on Flow Racing if you're interested. Again, some of the best modified drivers from across the country are going to be there running. 5 laps to go for Aaron Ward. His best lap time so far is a 15.52. To put that in perspective, that's about 4/10 off of Daniel Pope's qualifying time of a 15.103. And look at that. Aaron Ward just ran his best lap time of this heat race, 15.51, so got a 100th. Again, there's only one driver in this heat race. Everybody will participate that got into the session. This is just giving Aaron Ward a little bit of extra practice time and getting everything dialed in. White flag for Aaron Ward. He's going to try to make this lap a good one. 3 and 4. Aaron Ward will complete this heat race here at Langley. There he is, pulling into Dale Lemon's victory lane, celebrating. And now we're going to have one more 2-minute warm-up just to give these drivers a little bit more time to get everything dialed in. Then we're going to get set for your feature event. There's a mad dash off of pit road. Drivers trying to get as much practice time as possible in these 2 minutes. Get everything shaken down one last time before the main event begins. To go over our previous champions before we begin this season, Jason Warren won the championship Season 1. Donald Clark won the championship in Season 2. Season 3, we saw Jason Warren get his 2nd championship. In Season 4, Josh Oswald wins the championship. Season 5, Josh Oswald got his 2nd championship. And then last season, Season 6, Aaron Johnson got his first ever Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series championship. So now, currently, Josh Oswald, Jason Warren both have 2 championships. They are looking to make it 3 this season. Aaron Johnson looking to get championship number 2. Same thing with Donald Clark. And then lastly, everybody else that is going to be running throughout the season, all of them are looking for their first ever championship. So if the champion is not Jason Warren, Donald Clark, Josh Oswald, or Aaron Johnson, it will be their first ever Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series champion. Here we go. The warm-up is wrapping up. Jason Warren on the top of the board with a 15.14. Not a good qualifying run for Jason Warren. He's going to have his work cut out for him running up through the field trying to get up to the front. So here we go. It is time to introduce your starting lineup for tonight's season opener here in the Thunderstruck Super Series. Starting on the pole with a 15.103, last night's winner, it is the 16 of Daniel Pope II. Outside of him, it's 2-time Super Late Model Series champion Josh the Jet Oswald in the 17. Third is last season's champion Aaron Johnson in the 21. Fourth is Brandon Meyer in the 33. And rounding out your top 5, it's Velocity Motorsports' Shannon Wilder in the 10. In 6th, it's Eric Tracy. 7th is Moneymaker Motorsports' Mike Hasty in the 72. 8th is Big Fish Motorsports' Logan the Fish Sturgeon in the 26. 9th is Tyler Rice. And rounding out your top 10, it is the Griftozer William Griffith in the 12. 11th is Jason Lottridge in the 48. 12th, we have David Guarino in the 68. 13th is Kyle Martinson in the 07. He won here in Season 5 of the Super Late Model Series. In 14th, we have two-time series champion Jason Warren in the 45. And rounding out your top 15, it is Charlie Gates Jr. in the 55. Last but not least, he was your heat race winner. Aaron Ward will be starting in last in the 99. So here we go. A field of 16 drivers. Only one can win. Who will that be? It's always good to say that you won the season opener, and it's a great step in the right direction throughout the season. So who will begin the season with a pep in their step? We will decide after 125 laps, 50 miles. Pace car is in, and green flag is out here for the Tidewater 50. There they go up through the gears, heading into turns 1 and 2. Daniel Pope with the nose over Josh Oswald coming off of 2, and he is clear. Daniel Pope is getting ready to lead the first lap. We see the 21, Aaron Johnson, getting all the way down on that apron, heading through 3 and 4, trying to get under the 17 machine. Josh Oswald trying to get up there to the back bumper of Daniel Pope. Looking to see what line Pope is running and try to use that to his advantage. Josh Oswald actually just ran the fastest lap time of the race, chasing Daniel Pope. Looking out throughout the field, we see Mike Hasty looking low under Logan Sturgeon for the 7th place spot. He is clear. Hasty to 7th place. We see Kyle Martinson following behind him, and he is able to get clear. Kyle Martinson now to 8th. He has already gotten 5 positions in these first 4 laps. Watch out for that 07. He is coming up through the field fast. Daniel Pope just ran a little while ago the fastest lap time of the entire race so far. 15.26 for that 16 machine. Kyle Martinson trying to track down Mike Hasty for that 7th place spot. In front of them, Eric Tracy coming up on Shannon Wilder for the 5th place spot. Great run off of 4. We see Wilder pushes up. That is going to open the door for the 67, and he is clear. Eric Tracy now to the 5th place spot. Wilder falls to 6th. Behind them, Kyle Martinson all over the back bumper of Mike Hasty. And last time by, Jason Warren just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 15.23. Jason Warren has been a big mover throughout this race so far, gaining 3 positions. He sits in 11th after starting in 14th. We see Kyle Martinson gets by Mike Hasty for the 7th place spot. And Logan Sturgeon looking to try to do the same thing that Martinson did and get by that 72 machine. This is the battle for 8th. Field getting spread out. 11 laps completed so far. Daniel Pope leads. He currently has a 5/10 lead over 2nd place Josh Oswald. We have had a good green flag run, but you know what green flag runs mean? Lap traffic. Eventually, Daniel Pope is going to catch up with lap traffic. It looks like the first driver. And as I am talking about a green flag run, I just jinxed it. Caution flag is out here at Langley Speedway. We're going to take a look at the wreckage rewind to see exactly what happened. So here's a look at what happened. We are watching the 48 machine of Jason Lottridge. Here he is heading into turns 3 and 4. See, he's coming up on the 99 of Aaron Ward. And unfortunately, it looks like on exit, Lottridge just goes way up the track. Right side tags the outside wall, sending that 48 machine around and bringing out our first caution. Only other driver left. Looks like David Guarino is able to get through, so this is going to get the field all stacked back up. We're getting ready to go back green here in just a second. So far it has been all Daniel Pope. Actually, the top 4 are all in their exact spots where they started this race. Daniel Pope, Josh Oswald, Aaron Johnson, Brandon Meyer. That's your top 4. All of them are exactly where they started. So far throughout this race, no positions in the top 4 have been gained or lost. We'll see if that changes here on this restart. Lights on the pace car are off. Daniel Pope restarting on the bottom. Josh Oswald restarting on the top. Behind them, it's Aaron Johnson and Brandon Meyer. Pace car is in. Green flag is back out here at Langley Speedway. There we see Daniel Pope taking off side by side for second. We see Aaron Johnson taking advantage of the fact that he started behind the control car. He is able to get under Josh Oswald on that restart, and he is clear. Aaron Johnson now to the second place spot. We see Eric Tracy is able to get up to 4th. Brandon Meyer, who restarted in 4th, falls to the 6th place position. Josh Oswald trying to get back by Aaron Johnson for that 2nd place spot. Fantastic restart for that 21 big frig machine of Aaron Johnson. Did exactly what he was supposed to do. He timed it perfectly right when Daniel Pope went. He went right after him and was able to hang Josh Oswald on that outside. Both Aaron and Josh are running around identical lap times right now. So that's going to mean that Aaron Johnson, big run through 3 and 4 for Josh the Jet Oswald. Coming into lap number 21. 17 looking very, very fast right now. Another great run through turns 1 and 2 on the backstretch and heading into 3 and 4 for that 17 machine. Great run off of 2 for Josh Oswald. Looks like Josh has a ton of corner exit speed, but he loses Johnson on entry of the corner. Whoa, great run there through 1 and 2. He is able to get under. Oh my gosh, Aaron Johnson is into the outside wall, and the entire field goes by him. Wow. I am not sure exactly what happened to Johnson there. We will watch that replay again. Heading through turns 1 and 2, we see Josh was able to get under Johnson, and Johnson just pushes way up the track and tags the outside wall coming off of 2. So unfortunate there for Aaron Johnson, who's running in the top 3, has been running in the top 3 for this entire race so far. He's going to have his work cut out for him, working his way back up to the field. Speaking of working his way back up to the field, your 13th place driver, who started in 13th, was Kyle Martinson. He has gained 10 positions since the green flag dropped. He is up to 3rd now, trying to get up there to Josh Oswald for that 2nd place spot, but he actually has Eric Tracy all over his back bumper. Again, this is the battle for 3rd. Tracy peaking low off of 4. Maybe going to try to set up a pass for 1 and 2. He can't quite get there. Tracy continuing to try to set up a pass and maybe waiting for Martinson to make a mistake, maybe slip up off of a corner. We've already seen a mistake get made in one of these top positions, and that was from Aaron Johnson. What happened there may have just cost Aaron the win. But this is short track racing. Anything can still happen. Tracy continuing to try to find any sort of way to get by Kyle Martinson. Good run there through 3 and 4. getting ever so close to the back bumper. Tracy started this race in the 6th place position. Was able to get by Brandon Meyer and Shannon Wilder to get up to where he is right now. In fact, he had a really, really good restart. So Eric Tracy right now looking to see what Martinson is doing, where he's lifting, where he's braking, where he's getting back into the gas. He's going to try to look high, look low, try to set up the pass, and kind of look at what Martinson's tendencies are. Martinson might get a little bit tight off of a corner, push up and leave a gap where, you know, Tracy could get under him or something like that. That's got to be what Tracy is looking for. So if Martinson is, for example, leaving a ton of room for Tracy to get under him off of 2, Tracy's going to need to find a way to manipulate his corner so he can have a huge run off of 2 and get by Kyle Martinson in his weak spot. But I'm not saying Martinson is getting tight off of a certain corner, because that 07 is looking very, very flawless right now. And he's actually beginning to reel in Josh Oswald for the 2nd place spot. Jason Warren looking low under Brandon Meyer for the 6th place spot. He is able to get clear. Jason Warren into the top 5 for the first time tonight after starting in the 14th position. So Daniel Pope leads right now. He has a 1-second lead over 2nd place Josh Oswald. Intensity Broadcasting is sponsoring fellow iRacer Blaze Brinkley this weekend at Martinsville for the Valley Star Credit Union 300. We wish Blaze the best of luck as he chases the win and a coveted Ridgeway grandfather clock. Coverage of the qualifying races and main events for the Valley Star Credit Union 300 will begin at Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Flow Racing. So if you are a fan of short track, late model racing, I definitely recommend tuning in to watch that. So again, good luck to Blaze, Brinkley, and all of the drivers in the Valley Star Credit Union 300. One of the most coveted late model events for sure. Many of the best short track racers and NASCAR drivers have the Valley Star Credit Union win on their resume. Drivers like Josh Berry and Timothy Peters, for example, have wins in that late model race. Aaron Johnson, after tagging the outside wall a little bit ago, looking to try to get by David Guarino and William Griffith for 13th and 12th. We see Griffith able to get under Guarino side by side between these two, and it looks like I think Johnson is going to try to follow right behind Griffith. Side by side, he has the nose, and he is clear. Aaron Johnson now to the 13th place spot. 12th is William Griffith. Now that's the next driver that Johnson needs to pass as he tries to work his way back up to the field. We see a little bit of right side damage on that 21. Typically, that amount of damage that you see on the 21 won't affect you too much, speed-wise. Kyle Martinson reeling in Josh Oswald now for the 2nd place spot. We see last time by, Martinson was faster than Oswald. Great run there on the backstretch for Josh Oswald. He is able to get to the rear quarter panel, giving Oswald the bumper off of 4. He looks low. No, he's sideways. Kyle Martinson sideways into the corner, and he will be able to save it, but he loses a ton of momentum on Josh Oswald. So that is a pass, or an attempt to make a pass gone wrong for Kyle Martinson. We see Aaron Johnson looking low under William Griffith for this 12th place spot, and he is able to get clear. Johnson now, oh, I thought we were going to see a crossover there from William Griffith, but he can't quite get under Aaron Johnson. Daniel Pope has led from the beginning to present so far in this race. He's got a 2-second lead over second place Josh Oswald right now. It has been an absolutely dominating performance for Daniel Pope. But he is going to have a couple tests coming up, as he has got some lap traffic that he is coming up on. The next driver that he is going to need to get by is William Griffith in the 12 machine, and then after that, it's Aaron Johnson. Johnson hoping that a caution flag comes out so he can get stacked back up with the rest of the field. Because if not, he will go a lap down. There we go. We see Pope looking low under William Griffith, putting his third driver a lap down. You might be wondering, well, Griffith is in 13th and there's 16 cars. How is there only 3 drivers that went a lap down? Well, Charlie Gates Jr. did not start the race. Although he did register for the session, he did not turn a lap in this race. So he will be marked with last place points. So we see right now Eric Tracy, or excuse me, Kyle Martinson is coming up on Josh Oswald for the second place spot. The battle is getting ready to begin between these two. We saw Kyle Martinson get really loose, fall behind. Great run off of 4 for Kyle Martinson. He is right there. Right to the back bumper, heading through 1 and 2. We saw Martinson try to make a pass earlier in the race on Oswald, but got super loose, and that lost him a ton of momentum. We saw actually Martinson just blinked there. I know that's not what Josh Oswald, Eric Tracy, both drivers that are running around him, want to see. And wow, look at this. I thought this was going to be a 2-car battle, but now looks like a third car is joining. Eric Tracy coming up on Josh Oswald and Kyle Martinson now. Kyle Martinson going to need to play offense and defense, a battle on 2 fronts. But you can't really mirror drive. You can't. It's really, really hard to multitask. Oh my gosh, we see Tracy giving Kyle Martinson a huge bumper through 3 and 4, trying to get him loose, but he could not quite do it. Like I was saying, it's a very, very hard task to multitask as a racer. And that's exactly what Kyle Martinson has to do. You don't want to exert too much energy into either, because you might slip up, make a mistake, and the person behind you will just pass you anyway. So Martinson, I think he's got to just focus on, right now, just getting by Oswald before Tracy can get by him. We see Josh Oswald getting away from Kyle Martinson a little bit. We are past the halfway point here at Langley. And at this time, we are going to turn up the volume and get ready for Pump Up the Intensity. Here we'll get to see the sights and hear the sounds of the racetrack. Here we go. there you have it. That is Pump Up the Intensity. Hopefully you enjoyed us turning up the volume and hearing that sweet, sweet race car noise. We are back to the racing action. We take a look now for the battle for second, third, and fourth. Eric Tracy all over the back bumper of Kyle Martinson. Great run off of turn number 2. Right there through 3 and 4. He tried to give him the bumper. We see Kyle Martinson continues to stay in that third place spot. Tracy looking high, looking low, trying to make something work here. Again, almost getting into the back bumper. He is almost there. Great run off of 4 for Tracy. He almost got under the 07. Just continuing to try to set up the pass. Great run on the backstretch for the 67. Again, trying to give the 07 the bumper. Still can't quite get there. Looking low on the backstretch. He is on the apron, almost to the rear quarter panel. Yep, there he is. He is to the rear quarter panel, side by side. And he is clear. The 67 of Eric Tracy to the third place spot now. Here they go by lap traffic. That is Aaron Johnson. So Eric Tracy into the top 3 now. After starting in the 6th place position, Eric Tracy is tied for second biggest mover of the race. Here they go by another lap car, David Guarino. Daniel Pope just continues to run away from the rest of the field. He has a 4-second lead now over second place, Josh Oswald. Eric Tracy, after getting by Kyle Martinson, he sets his sights now on your first place driver, Josh Oswald. Josh has run in second for this entire race so far. Actually, no, at one point, Johnson was ahead of him for a very, very little bit. But then, unfortunately, we saw him tag the outside wall, and that gave Oswald the second place spot back. Eric Tracy getting closer and closer to the back bumper of Josh Oswald. See Oswald way down the track running that defensive line. Almost was on pit road there. There we go. You see they go by Shannon Wilder. Now only 9 cars are on the lead lap here. At Langley, it looks like another one is about to go down a lap. That is Tyler Rice. Great corner there off of 4 for Josh Oswald. Trying his best to hold off that 67 machine. Another battle throughout the pack. Brandon Meyer coming up on Mike Hasty for the 6th place spot. Meyer right on his back bumper. With only a little bit of the race left, here are my ones to watch here. Starting off, of course, it's your leader, Daniel Pope. He's got a 3-second lead, has led every single lap so far. I would be very, very surprised if he does not win tonight, but there are a few other heavy hitters in the field. I would say keep your eye out for your second place driver, Josh Oswald, who has been in second for a majority of the race. He hasn't been able to get up to the 16 of Daniel Pope, but we might see him make a late race run here and get up there. Also, keep your eye out on the 07 machine of Kyle Martinson. Kyle currently runs in the 4th place position, trying to reel in Eric Tracy for 3rd. Martinson would definitely benefit from a caution flag coming out in the field, getting bunched back together to maybe make a late restart run. And lastly, my last driver I say to keep your eye out on is your 5th place driver, Jason Warren. Jason had his work cut out for him, working his way up through the field, but here he is now in the top 5, trying his best to reel in your 4th place driver, Kyle Martinson. He's running about the same lap times as your leader, Daniel Pope. And again, Jason Warren is another driver that would definitely benefit from a late race caution and a late race restart. Of course, before we get into the on-your-seat action for the late portion of the race, I'm going to take the time, a little bit of time to talk about IntensityBroadcasting.com, our web store. IntensityBroadcasting.com features merchandise from your favorite broadcaster, your favorite drivers, and all of your favorite leagues. We have, first of all of our Intensity Broadcasting merchandise, Intensity Broadcasting shirts, hats, mugs, stickers, mouse pads, even polo shirts to enjoy. We also have all of my real-life racing merch. Yes, I race in real life. I drive Bandoleros throughout North Carolina, Virginia, and Georgia. You can help support me in my racing by picking up some merchandise. We've got t-shirts, long-sleeve t-shirts, hoodies, hats, polo shirts, jackets, and beanies. We also have a bunch of auto racing novelty t-shirts with common auto racing community sayings, like we have our Cautions Breed Caution shirt. Of course, Alex Viti popularized the saying, kick the tires and light the fires here on Intensity Broadcasting. And we have the Kick the Tires and Light the Fire shirt. Race Car Money, if you don't like me and still watch everything I do, you're a fan shirts. We've got a lot of awesome stuff in the auto racing novelty section. And lastly, make sure to check out the league collections, especially make sure to visit the Thunderstruck collection. We have Thunderstruck bubble-free stickers. You can put those stickers on your real-life racing vehicle or your personal vehicle. We have a Thunderstruck photo paper poster that you can hang up in your sim room or your man cave. And then we have 2 different Thunderstruck shirts. We have the Thunderstruck t-shirt, the regular Thunderstruck t-shirt. Comes in 5 colors, black, navy, red, sport gray, white, and sizes small to 5XL. And then we have the Thunderstruck Racing shirt, which I absolutely love. It's got a phenomenal design on the front. It looks absolutely awesome. And it comes inside, and it comes in a bunch of different colors: black heather, navy, red, black, dark gray heather, asphalt, and oxblood black. And then it comes in a bunch of different sizes, extra small to 5XL. So go support the league. All proceeds go back into the broadcaster, back to the league. And lastly, one other thing that Intensity Broadcasting is doing that a lot of people don't realize, we make merchandise. All of the stuff, majority of the stuff on there we made. So if you would like some merchandise made for your real-life racing program, make sure to, all you have to do is just message us on Facebook. Let us know all you want. We can get a bunch of different articles of clothing made, from hats to shirts to hoodies to beanies to polo shirts. All of that we can make. And then all you have to do is share our link on your social media or send it to people, and all of your family, your fans, your crew members can just go on our website, add it to their cart, and it'll get shipped right to their door. So if you're a real-life racer and are looking to get merchandise made, maybe not for this racing season, but maybe next racing season, the 2023 racing season, then definitely consider hitting us up on Facebook, and we can get stuff whipped up for you and designed and on our website. 17 laps to go here at Langley. Daniel Pope continues to lead. And I just realized the lead between him and Josh Oswald is definitely decreasing. Pope at one point had a 4-second lead over second place Josh Oswald. That has ended. Oswald has now shrunk that lead to 1 second, and it's about to be less than 1 second in just a few, maybe lap. Yep, there it is. It's now less than a second. Josh Oswald is reeling in Daniel Pope fast. Pope, all he has to do is just hold on to the lead for 14 more laps, but Josh Oswald is certainly going to put up a fight. Right now, here's a look through the field. We'll see where your favorite driver is at. Daniel Pope runs in first. Josh Oswald currently sits in second. Third, you've got Eric Tracy. Fourth right now is Kyle Martinson. Then running at your top 5, it is Brandon Meyer. In 6th place, it is Jason Warren. 7th is Mike Hasty. 8th place, we have Logan Sturgeon. Running in 9th right now, it is Tyler Rice. And running at your top 10, it is William Griffith. 11th place, it is Aaron Johnson. 12th, we have Aaron Ward in the 99. 13th, it is David Guarino. Currently running in 14th is Shannon Wilder. 15th is Jason Lotridge. And rounding, last but not least, it is Charlie Gates Jr. Ten laps to go here. Josh Oswald has gotten up there to Daniel Pope. This will be a battle for the ages with less than 10 laps to go. He is right to the back bumper, getting down on the apron. He is to the rear quarter panel through 3 and 4. Josh Oswald is there, but we see Daniel Pope able to get back clear with 8 laps to go, but still, Oswald all over the back bumper. He looks slow off of 2. Again, tires on that apron. But once again, giving him a little bit of a bumper off of 4, letting him know, hey, I am here. Daniel Pope trying his best to play defense here and hold on to that first place spot. Oswald continues to try to set up the pass. See, looks high there. And whoa, what a plot twist. Late race caution here at Langley. Second caution of the race. We're going to see exactly what happened here with the Wreckage Rewind. So here's a look at what happened. We were side by side between a lap car, Brandon Meyer and Eric Tracy. Tracy had Kyle Martinson right behind him. And it looks like Kyle Martinson has a huge run off of 2, and he has nowhere to take it except for right into the back bumper of the 67. And that's just going to send Tracy sideways on the backstretch. We see Martinson hitting him one more time, getting that 67 straight, and that is where the caution flag came out. So unfortunate for Tracy, Martinson. Well, actually, no, they're able to stay in the top 5, both of them. And Brandon Meyer was not a lap car. He was actually making the pass for 3rd in a little late race run. So this is going to be exciting. Josh Oswald, before that caution flag came out, he was all over the back bumper of Daniel Pope. He is going to need to time this restart perfectly if he wants to get the win here. We're going to have our first attempt at a green-white checkered. For those of you who don't know how a green-white checkered works, it's basically going to be when the green flag drops here on this next restart, it'll be 1 circuit around the track. Coming off of 4 as they cross the start-finish line again. That'll be the white portion as the white flag will wave. We'll make 1 more circuit around the track, and coming off of 4, they will see, your leader will see the checkered flag, and as they cross the start-finish line, that will end the race. If a wreck happens before the white flag waves, we will try this all again. But if a wreck happens after the white flag waves, we will race to the finish. So here we go. Lights on the pace car off. Daniel Pope restarting on the bottom. Josh Oswald on the top. Behind them, it's Brandon Meyer and Jason Warren. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag is back down here. And oh, we see a bunch of drivers sideways. And we will redo this again. We were not able to complete a lap. We didn't even get past the start-finish line before we saw an incident. So here we go. We're watching Brandon Meyer restarting in third as Jason Warren outside of him. Looks like coming to the restart zone, which is that white line right there. We see Jason Warren just gets super loose on the outside, comes down into Brandon Meyer, and we see Sturgeon gets in the outside wall. Looks like it was just some tire spin there for the 45 machine. We saw it also happen to Josh Oswald. Luckily, nothing happened with him. He was able to stay in the second place spot. So it looks like the three involved were Brandon Meyer, Jason Warren, and Logan Sturgeon. That is exactly what Aaron Johnson wanted to see. He will get his lap back, and he is back on the lead lap. Do not count out that 21 machine. He can make a mad dash through the field in these last two laps. So here we go. Another attempt at a green-white checkered. We've got two more of these. This race has not been caution-filled. It's actually been a very, very clean race full of give and take, but after we saw that second caution flag came out between Kyle Martinson and Eric Tracy, we're seeing the phrase cautions breed cautions come into play. You can get your own Cautions Breed Caution shirt on IntensityBroadcasting.com. Sport it anywhere you go. Comes in sizes small to 5X. And it has one color, black, but I think the black looks really, really good with the graphic. So here we go. Second attempt. Daniel Pope restarting on the bottom. Josh Oswald restarting on the top. Green flag is back out there. We see Daniel Pope taking off, but Josh Oswald is right there heading into 1 and 2. Great corner, though. We see Josh Oswald getting into the back bumper of the 16, heading off of turn number 2. He is right there, coming to the white flag. Can Pope hold on, or can Josh Oswald take the lead? Oswald all over the back bumper, coming off of turn number 2. He is right there, heading into 3 and 4. Tries to move him, and he cannot. Daniel Pope will win the season opener here at Langley. He leads from flag to flag. Josh Oswald will finish second after an amazing race. Third place will be Mike Hasty in the 72 machine. Fireworks going off here at Langley. There we go. We see the fireworks in air here at Langley Speedway. Awesome win for Daniel Pope II. He will win your season opener here in the Tidewater 50. We're getting set now to do some driver interviews. There's your final results. While we're doing the interviews, there's of course, your winner. Excuse me, I am wrong. That is the qualifying results. There's the race results, and we're going to start off with the driver interviews and pull in your third place finisher from Cape Coral, Florida. It's Mike Hasty. Mike, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Atlee, how are you, buddy?
Doing pretty good, and looks like you were doing pretty good out there on track. I know early on we really didn't say your name too much, but at the end there were a lot of crazy stuff going on between some fast drivers. You were just able to get through it, kept your nose clean throughout the race, and ended up getting a top 3. So just phenomenal run. Weren't the fastest, but you still had the result that you wanted with the top 3. I mean, what was your take on the race?
Yeah, actually, thanks. And I started 7th or something, and then on that first restart early in the race, I was 8th and got shuffled all the way to the back. So I basically just burned up my right front trying to get back to the front, and then I ended up 5th on that last restart, the previous last restart. And there was a big wreck in front of me, and everything went to the outside, and I was able to squeeze through, and it kept me in 3rd. So it was a good day for me. Better to be lucky than good today.
Absolutely. As a racer in real life, I completely understand that, and luck was definitely on your side through the night. So before I let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Well, I want to say thanks to Brandon Meyer for being in the chat with me, and kind of we just kind of talk through and manage our races together. Appreciate him doing that, and bad luck for him. Thanks to all the Rucka guys, even though nobody's in here. You guys for always putting on just an awesome broadcast, and just for the Thunderstruck team for continuing to do this year after year, because I really love these series.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the podium tonight, Mike. Have a great rest of your night.
Yeah, you too. Take care, bud.
Yep, thank you. There you go. That is Mike Hasty. Now we are going to pull in your second place finisher from Laurie Station, Pennsylvania. It's Josh the Jet Oswald. Josh, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, and looks like you were doing pretty good out there on track. I know you were pretty much running in second place for a lot of tonight's event. I know at one point we saw Aaron Johnson was able to get by you, but we saw after you got back under, he pushed up, tagged the outside wall, and that gave you the second place spot. And I could definitely tell that you were kind of just trying your best to save tires and conserve tires, and you could definitely see when you started to put the pedal to the metal, reeling in Daniel Pope. You were on his back bumper there for the last 15 laps right there, giving him a ton of pressure, but in the end, he was still able to get the best of you during that finish and ended up coming away with runner-up. But still, a fantastic start to the season. I mean, what was your take on tonight's event?
I mean, I was just trying to, normally I don't keep tires underneath me very well, and I caught Pope there at the end, and if we would have stayed green, I think I would have had something for him. I mean, I gave him one bumper shot, but I didn't want to spin him, and it was a good battle. I just really wish the last laps would have gone green instead of having those 2 green-white checkers, because it's a little bit tough to restart on the outside at Langley. Tires, old and spinning. But I definitely think if it would have went green, might have had a different outcome. Maybe would have brought home the W. But congrats to Daniel. He ran a great race, and for the most part, everybody ran a great race. We didn't have that many cautions tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Is there any sponsors or shout-outs before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for taking care of the broadcast. Everybody at Velocity Motorsports, Superior Performance Motorsports, Shock iRacing Performance, Big Frig Coolers. If you don't have it, just go and get yourself one, and all my friends and family to watch at home and cheer me on.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the runner-up tonight, Josh. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, man.
And now we are going to be pulling in your first place finisher. He wins the season opener. He won last night in the modified series. It's Daniel Pope II. Daniel, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Awesome. Well, great run tonight. Led from flag to flag. I mean, you were unstoppable throughout tonight's event. We did see there late in the race, Josh was able to reel you in. We're giving you a ton of pressure, but you were able to hold him off and get the first win of the season, winning the season opener. I mean, awesome run. What was your take?
I overdrove the car, burnt the right front off. That was my take. I'm really glad we got that late caution. Without that late caution, Josh wins this race. We had a good run, good car. If I'd have took care of it better, I think I wouldn't have been pressured. But it's one of my my normal downfalls here at Langley is I tend to overrun the right front and struggle in the last 30 laps, and I did it again. So got to work on that next time.
I know you won last night in the Hit and Run Modified Series. How did winning that race and getting some practice in that race help you tonight?
It's two different cars, two different driving styles. It was fun. I really enjoy the mods. Of course, these supers are my home. It's where I run all my racing on iRacing, and I wanted to come out and run this track just because I was very successful last night, and I do like the racetrack. So it was helpful as far as like rhythm, but the cars are so different. I don't think it really translated a whole lot of knowledge over.
Now, do you plan on running the full season this season?
I do not. I am in the Sarah Super Series, which runs at the same time every other Thursday night. So I'll probably run sporadically throughout the season at tracks I like.
Got you. Well, still awesome win tonight. Is there any sponsors or shout outs?
Yeah, I gave a shout out to Kent Hunley, Shot Guy. They do the setups for this league, and just like last night, without him, these cars wouldn't be turning left, and everybody appreciates what he does. He does a lot for the community, a lot for the leagues. Of course, my team, the 16 XCI group, the SPM group, the Velocity group, we're all one big family, and we have fun, and I think a majority of this league is part of the family, and it's fun to get out and race with them and have a good time.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on winning the season opener. Hopefully we might see a couple more wins throughout the season. So have a great rest of your night.
You too, bud.
Thank you. Well, there you go. That is going to do it. One more time, congratulations to Daniel Pope on winning the season opener. And remember, this is only the beginning of this season. We are going to be running races all throughout September, October, November, and December. So make sure to turn on that notification bell so you do not miss any of the Thunderstruck races. I want to give a big thank you to Shot Guy Racing Performance for their support of this league. If you're looking for some of the best, if you're looking to get in contact with some of the best setup builders on iRacing, Shot Guy Racing Performance is the way to go. Check out their Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok at ShotGuy12 Racing for more information. Thank you to Butt Kicker as always for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. And once again, we want to wish fellow iRacer Blaze Brinkley good luck at the Valley Star Credit Union 300 on Saturday. He will be sporting the Intensity Broadcasting logo. And again, just good luck chasing that win and the coveted grandfather clock. Of course, we got to thank all the admins of the league: Aaron Johnson, Aaron Ward, Jason Warren, Josh Oswald, Logan Sturgeon, Sam Wetstein, Joaquin Meza, Michael Swink, Shannon Wilder, and any of the other admins that I forgot. They do so much behind the scenes that a lot of people don't realize, and Thunderstruck would not run as smoothly as it does without them. Of course, we got to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the broadcast tonight. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and 1,000 followers on Twitch. Check out our Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there. And also make sure to check out our web store, IntensityBroadcasting.com. There you can find all of our merch, Atlee Weiss Racing merch, auto racing novelty t-shirts and hats, and then, of course, our league collections. Especially make sure to check out the Thunderstruck League collection and pick up some Thunderstruck bubble-free stickers. Put them on your personal vehicle or your race car. You can find Thunderstruck photo paper posters that you can hang up in your sim room or your man cave. We also have 2 types of Thunderstruck t-shirts, each with a different design that you can pick up. I know all of them have different colors and come in sizes from small to 5XL. So again, IntensityBroadcasting.com. I'm Atlee Weiss on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over and out.